In a plain room decorated with tasteful pastel prints, available for sale on floor 4, Archie's great-aunts sat side by side on 2 chairs opposite a very tidy desk. Though it was a balmy spring day outside, they were both well muffled in coats and scarves. Josephine was wearing a blue fisherman's cap, Penny her favourite mohair beret. Archie was always surprised by how small his aunts looked when he saw them out of the context of their South Kensington home, but this time they looked tinier than ever. Perhaps it was the contrast with the 2 enormous men flanking them like sentries. Plain-clothed security officers, Archie realised with growing concern.
"Oh, Archie, thank goodness you're here," said Josephine. "There's been a terrible misunderstanding."
"What's going on?" he asked. Auntie Penny looked down at her size 3.5 feet in their neat Velcro-fastened shoes. When she looked up again, her face wore the expression Archie recognised from every photograph of his younger great-aunt taken between 1924 and the beginning of World War II. She'd been up to something. What on earth was this misunderstanding about?
"Archie, dearest, I'm so sorry to embarrass you like this," Penny began. "I only picked it up to have a look, but I must have let myself get distracted, and before I knew what I was doing, I had put it in my handbag and closed the zip quite without thinking."
The "it" in question was a small Swarovski-style crystal elephant, now standing on its hind legs in the middle of Erica's desk.
"Are we calling the police?"
asked one of the security guards. Lovely Erica chewed her lip. She looked from the guard to the sisters to Archie, and then back to the guard again. Her discomfort was palpable.
"I don't think calling the police will be necessary," Archie interjected. "As you can see, my Auntie Penny is—"
How to not say ancient in front of her?
"Well, I'm sure she won't mind me saying that there are occasions when she becomes a little forgetful, but she does not have a dishonest bone in her body, and she would never have sought to deprive Peter Jones of its property by stealth. She's as honest as the day is long. It's just she has, she's got—"
No, he couldn't say the D word either, even if it might help keep Penny out of jail.
"It's just that she's recently turned 97.
Penny nodded wretchedly, suddenly looking every one of her years. "I was in the war," she said.
"So was I,"
said Josephine.
In fact," Archie continued, "I came here today to meet my great-aunts in the cafe to discuss their taking part in the VE Day celebrations at the Royal Albert Hall." "VE Day? To mark the anniversary of the end of World War II?
"In Europe," Penny qualified. "The war didn't end in the Far East until much later the same year."
"That's absolutely right, Auntie Penny."
Archie turned back to Erica.
"They're going to be meeting Prince Charles in their capacity as representatives of the women's services."
The security officer who wanted to call the police seemed unmoved, but Archie could see that the younger man and Erica at least were impressed to hear they were in the presence of real live World War II veterans.
"I was in the Wrens,"
said Josephine.
"Women's Royal Naval Service,"
said Archie.
"And I was a Fanny," said Penny.
"A first aid nursing yeomanry,"
Archie quickly explained.
"Thank you for your service,"
said the younger guard. It was a platitude that Archie knew both his aunts hated, but that day they had the grace, or the sense, to simply thank the young man for his kindness.
"I'd be very happy to pay for the elephant,"
said Archie, in an attempt to bring the situation to a conclusion.
"Perhaps then we can put all this behind us and let you get on with your day." "Store policy," the older officer began,
"is that every incident like this has to be processed in the official way," Erica jumped in. "I know, John, I know, but perhaps in this case, since technically Ms. Williamson hadn't exited the store—"
Archie smiled gratefully and handed over a credit card.
"For the elephant."